Welcome back, Drifters. So if you remember, we said we wanted to get out of the garage and start something new. Well, if you don't know, Austin actually got his private pilot's license. When did you get it, Austin? It was a few months ago over summer.
Why? Over this summer 2019.
So if you don't know, Austin's going to be taking me up, and I've never flown with him before, and I'm a little bit nervous because the last time I flew was when I got out of the military.
Really?
So yeah, so this is going to be an interesting day.
I'm sorry.
So what are you doing right now?
This is one of the many pre-flight checklists.
Ah.
This is before you can even start the plane up.
Gotcha. So he's going to be doing that for a little bit. It's going to take a little while, so we'll speed this up when we actually get ready to start taking off and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day. So stay tuned. That's interesting. All I saw was some flashy lights.
Oh no, you turn on all the lights. You turn on the master switch first, then you turn on all the lights, and this is the checklist itself. I always carry it just to be safe, so that you know you don't miss anything. You check usually like the joints, kind of see how much play it has. You can see that the beacon's on.
Yep.
And then this is my own flow.
Look at that. Engine parts. Well, what is that you're doing there?
Well, it doesn't work. It's your stall indicator.
That's important.
Actually, you want to do that for me real quick?
Okay, what do you want me to do? Just flick it?
Just flick it. Okay, it doesn't work.
Well, that's good.
It's not audio, that one's just, it's a light.
So what are you checking now?
Making sure it's working properly and not binding.
Oh.
You look underneath it, kind of check to make sure everything's straight. Yeah, there's cracks in the paint, but it's not cracks in the paint.
You check for rivets, like popped rivets and stuff?
Exactly,
Like
pretty much anything.
These little guys here?
So there's a tab in here, and it's just at the tab, which means it's got like 17 gallons in it. Or actually on this one it's 18 gallons.
Huh. Interesting.
So it's like, you gotta do something called sumping.
A sumping? I know what a sump is. Is this like checking the stuff to make sure it's clean or something?
Exactly.
I'm assuming? You're checking for like what, contaminants?
Yes.
I see.
That's okay. Don't worry about that. So you come here. So you check it to make sure there's no water or sediment or anything like that. It's good.
Wow.
Then you pour that back in. So this way, it's certified fresh.
Wow. How old do you think this plane is?
I think it's from the 70s.
Oh, wow.
So usually, I was gonna pop this up, but because you're right, it's an older one, so you have to do both.
You can check in there.
You can just look at the engine and stuff, but you really just gotta check the oil. So.
Oh, just like on a car.
It's something I always forget to do.
That's an interesting color of oil.
6, so we're good.
Huh.
6 is like 4. You can run these with 2. 4 is minimum, and like safe minimum, and 6 is where you want to be, 6 or 7. 8 is too much. So you put that in there. That's good.
Ooh. Got one taking off over there, it sounds like.
Yep, we're getting ready.
What are we checking on this?
Checking the edge to make sure it's good. No cracks or anything on both sides. You go in here, you check the belt, make sure it's good. Make sure it's been replaced at some point. You're checking the cone for like rivets and whatnot. Make sure the intakes aren't screwed. You want to check the shocks, make sure there's travel, which is something I need to do over here.
So how do you check that? You just like bounce on it? Or? That's an interesting technique.
So no, that's because like I'm seeing if it's the shock is bad. Yeah, so it was just sitting, it was just sagging a little bit.
Okay.
But no, you just want to make sure there's at least like, I think it was, depends on the plane, but at least this guy once said 2 fingers. I think that's too little. I want at least 4 of my fingers usually.
Okay.
But then the tires you check too while you're at it. Just by looking, like And you check to see if there's any leakage of like hydraulic fluid and whatnot. And then check the exhaust. There's no bird nests.
Another fuel checker.
So then this is right straight from the engine.
So what is that, like a secondary fuel supply or something?
They're just different places where the gasoline could sit and then cause like water to get in there or like sediment and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's a very important part of it. Right here. It's called a pitot tube. It's your pitot static system. So air comes in here and then air comes in from back here on a port and it tells you your airspeed, your altitude, airspeed, altitude. Now I'm drawing a blank. It's very important.
I'll look it up and Google it.
It drives your instruments. If you don't have that, if that gets blocked, you're pretty much blind. So it's pretty good to make sure there's nothing blocking that.
Okay.
I'm nervous because you're filming me.
You don't have to be nervous.
Your electronics are there, like your radio comms and everything. And this is not called I think some people call them an elevator, but this, because it's a slab, it's a stabulator. Because instead of
I like that word, stabulator.
Just moving this little piece, like on a Cessna, the whole thing moves.
Oh wow. Oh, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Huh.
Stabulator. I like that.
Stabulator.
I like that word a lot too. Then you gotta be gentle on the rudder. Don't like.
There's rudders on planes and boats. The more you know.
Now I'm gonna look at my list and see if there's anything I missed. Most people will go down each one individually, but I got it pretty down, I think. All right, so I went through everything, and the pre-flight is done now. It's complete. We hit everything we needed to hit on here, and a little extra, such as the little suspension thing I did. You gotta be careful doing that so you don't hurt the wing. So you do that, and then you wait over time and see if the plane droops. If that's the case, then you might need more hydraulic fluid in your suspension and whatnot, or that they might be starting to fail and need to go in for maintenance. But ours is good. It looks like it just had like a little bit of a hard landing before, and now it's sitting where it should. So, good.
Hell yeah.
You wanna know the worst part about being a pilot and a drifter? Is when I see this old handle down here, you just wanna yank it like an e-brake, but this is your flaps, and if you yank it, you're screwed.
So don't do that.
There's this guy trying to video, record himself, so he pulls out his phone to the window, like through the window, and the phone
drops
just
it. Wow.
I must have seen it like 7 times. I was laughing so hard.
Jeez. So note to self, don't hang cameras out of airplanes. That is too good. This is exciting. I'm trying to remember 4 years ago, when was 2014, I think was the last time I flew.
Oh, so you're looking at 6 years.
6 years, wow. It's been a while. This is gonna be interesting, I'm excited.
And that was in a single engine like this?
Nope, that was a
an
big
airliner.
big airliner.
Yeah, I think the last time he was in something like this was probably, what, 2003?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in a plane this small. This thing is tiny, but
Welcome
I like
aboard.
it. Outstanding.
Right here?
The push will be on the starter.
Right here?
Yeah. Oh no. No, that's weird. Okay, let's try priming it again.
Okay.
It was at this point that the plane started reminding me of my RX-7. It didn't want to start.
And we'll try that again.
All right.
Put it idle. Oh, it sounds like it wants to do it, but it doesn't. Alright, let's try that again.
Look at that.
Here we go.
I think it's a good thing to get the habit of say you do your pre-takeoff here, correct? Because we're going to be going up there and trying to get out quick.
Yep.
So short field takeoff, correct?
Yep.
All the way, correct?
2 notches.
2 notches.
Full flaps is too much drag.
Got it. Trim. Like I said, I think I was spoiled before because they had it down here.
Oh,
And I was like, it was newer. I like this. I prefer the like more manual stuff.
Yeah.
Controls. Full traffic 03 Juliet for north departure off of runway 34. Full traffic.
Austin is flying. This is so weird. What's crazy is how that one piece of metal keeps us from falling out of the sky. That's bizarre. Looks like we're coming up on a lake. This is nuts. Oh wow. Austin is that way. This is what we meant when we said we would get out of the garage. It's been really nice. That's weird. So I think what's happening is he's getting ready to land. So this is one of the more like challenging parts of flying. So this should be interesting. Wish us luck. Definitely a bumpy ride, but it's just because it's a small plane. I think he's looking for the runway. I'm not sure. Well, I certainly hope that's not the runway. It doesn't look like much of one. Oh boy, here we go. Can't hardly see it out there. Here we go. I guess we missed that one, so we gotta go again. Shit happens. Attempt number 2. Bro, it is so hard to see that thing all the way out there. I don't know how you see that. That is what's up, though. I wish I could hear what they're saying, but I can't. So I guess we're just gonna have to sit back and hope to God that we make it. You can do it, Austin. I believe in you.
That felt better. It's just that I don't know why ever since the beginning of flying, coming in at that angle.
I think we're just too high on final push, just a little bit.
Thank you, baby Jesus. Attempt number 3. I wonder if those houses knew these planes were going to be flying over them all the time. I bet they didn't when they bought those places because they look pretty nice. Sorry. Attempt number 4. Can you spot the landing strip all the way from out here? Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
feels so weird because you're like coming right at the numbers and then you just like flare.
Yeah, so what I do is like pick and I pitch for the numbers, keep the nose down, pitching for the numbers. Right above the runway, I bring it like I'm looking at each of those center lines, like I'm like center line, center line, center line, center line, and it trees. And I literally go through the center line like that. I'm like line, 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 trees.
When you say trees, those trees?
Yeah, at the end of the runway.
Here we go. Not bad. attempt number 5, I think.
Did you feel like you were doing it a lot quicker? Like
that last one, I felt like it was a lot better than any of the ones before.
I noticed that.
I think I just started getting lazy is the problem because I haven't done it in so long.
That's exactly it.
And like you can say that too. I don't take offense to it.
Well, the thing isn't like lazy so much. It's not lazy. It's just getting used to
The scan.
the scan. Yeah. Waiting for the cups up.
Then
Mags, yeah. Then master. Checklist, 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 my friend.
yeah, every time. I don't know. I was just. Ugh,
It's the lack of like consistency, really.
exactly.
It's just like I said, watch one of those videos, just so you can kind of jump back into it, because you haven't even seen a cockpit since October.
Exactly.
It's hard. Yeah, it's just the scanning.
Because you said it's just the landing.
No, it's just the scanning.
Scanning.
Having a little trouble there, bud?
How do you get this to lock?
So just do it slowly.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Say what now?
Was there a couple times where you're like, oh fuck, this ain't gonna work out?
No, it was fine. You did good. There were a few times where I was like, this thing's a little bit more bumpy than what I remember. I'm moving. So Austin's got to go and park the plane, and then we're probably going to go get some food, but I can't wait to hear what he had to say about it, because that was pretty crazy. I mean, can you believe Austin actually knows how to fly a plane?
Well, that was one hell of a way to spend a day, I tell you. I never would have thought that my little brother would be flying me around, but yet here we are. Actually flew the plane, managed to make it home, and get everything back together. It was a pretty crazy day, to say the least. And I try to take in these days as best I can with the little bit of time I have left with him before he leaves for the Air Force. It's one thing I'm learning as I get older is that it's very important to cherish the moments you have with those that you care about most. Because you never know how much time you have left with them. So you may as well make the best out of the time that you do have. No matter what those dumb hobbies might be, whether it's flying planes or driving cars.
You know how much it weighs? Same as my Miata. What? Yeah.
You fly a
Actually, this is 2,300 pounds without people in it. No, 2,150 without people in it. Then you add people in it. Wow. It weighs lighter than a Miata.
Only 4 inches out,
Can
eh?
you push it this way a little?
Yeah, I push on the wing, right?
Yeah. The fuselage.
Right, meow.
Yeah, just push.
Okay. Pushing. You tell me when.
Keep going. Alright, right there's good.
Okay. That thing really is light.
I like it. You don't want it to blow away.
You might want to double check. I'm not sure if that's there, but it's close.
It doesn't have to be like super tight. It's just so it doesn't get, yeah, you're good. So it doesn't get, it's like a boat. You gotta tie it down so it doesn't float away.
I was just going to say the inside of this thing reminds me of a boat. The smell and everything.
Yeah.
Like it literally smells just like a boat inside this thing. So I was telling Austin, I was saying how it's just really surreal the fact that he just flew a plane. And I think it doesn't even sink into him yet that it's like you're flying a plane. Like there's not very many people that can do it.
Pilot and all.
Yeah, it's not like you have to go through all this training and do all this time learning how to do it and getting proficient at it. He's over here like, oh, that sucked and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you flew a plane. Like, you took off, you landed like 6 times, you flew the plane. And it's mind-boggling. And yet he was able to do it just fine. So it's like one of those things, like sometimes you have to take in moments like this where you think like, this is just not a very common thing that people do. And it's pretty cool that my little brother knows how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Ain't that the truth? And I mean, it's a beautiful day out today. I don't even know what the temperature is, but it's just like, it's been gorgeous. And even when we were up there, I was like, oh, is it gonna be cold or anything? But no, it was like, it was awesome. This was a really cool day. Thank you for bringing me out, Austin. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, that was a really good time. You got me curious about flying now, that's for sure.
Stuff that's like that, I gotta
Multitasking.
I can multitask, obviously, but it's like if it's something important, I don't like to give myself a chance to screw it up. So,
I gotcha.
By talking, and you know me though, I talk a lot.
Yeah. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. I think we're good.
When I first got done, when I first finished training, you said you're like, you'll give me a couple years before you'll get in the plane with me. I guess you were just extra lucky today. Feeling extra lucky today.
Yeah, that, or I just wasn't too concerned about dying.
Well, you said it.
So, was I technically your first passenger?
Yeah, technically.
Whoa, wow, look at that. Isn't that interesting? It just hit me.
That was it.
So was I the bravest or
The dumbest.
the dumbest?
I would
That's
say
pretty
the
funny.
bravest because I have had the same training everyone else has to go through.
Yeah.
So
That's
there's
okay.
checks and balances in the world for a reason. They said I'm safe enough to do this alone, so I mean,
What's the difference of having another person
Yeah.
in there? Why not?
but yeah,
Yeah.
no, thanks for coming. I'm glad you had fun.
I'm glad that we went and did it. It was
I
a
know
lot of fun.
when I said, do you want to come? I know in your head you're like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Yes.
Yeah,
I
no.
should.
Every part of my body always says no, don't do it, no matter what I do. So I was just like, this is not an opportunity I'm gonna get too many more of, so I need to do it. So we did it, and I'm glad we did because it was a lot of fun. Yeah. So thanks for having me along on today. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go get food because I'm so hungry I could eat the southbound end of a northbound skunk.
Yes.
Very hungry.
Skunk ass is what's for dinner.